You join us on a fresh solstice morning on the Grand Union Canal. And we might be on the Grand Union Canal coming back the same way quite soon, because right at the very bottom there are Watford locks, and it looks like Watford locks might be about to be subject to a shutdown. Someone posted these pictures yesterday of what they called a sinkhole next to one of the locks, and they're saying it's about 30 foot deep, I think they said. The question is, how serious is it? Someone has said they could just fill it in, which I'm sure they probably could, but it depends on how long it takes them to do that. And that will also entail a load of health and safety risk assessments, method statements before they do it. Canal and River Trust have the engine of a lawnmower and the brakes of a juggernaut. So, being Monday morning, no one will really be working over the weekend at the sort of Canal and River Trust, so we're waiting to see what notice they pop out. It might be that they just restrict it, who knows, and have a assisted passage. It's more likely they'll just shut the whole lot, go off on holiday, come back sometime in July and maybe get a couple of buckets of cement and chuck it down there. So we are waiting to see. Leicester's canal side crap, actually, it's not quite as bad. It's got bricks in it, which is always nice to see. These are a bit weird over here. And then we got an old chimney that's been saved, thankfully. And we're still waiting to hear what the situation is with regard to Watford. It's sort of, they're not quite as shitty as some, are they? Watford has got, as I mentioned in probably, I don't know, maybe the last clip, I can't remember, I don't even know when that was, has got this huge sinkhole. Now it's 11:15. I'd normally have expected Canal and River Trust to post something about it now. It might be that they're just sort of ignoring it and they've put a little bit of string around it. I doubt it though. They're usually reactionary. They're not proactive, they're reactive. So they'll let the waterways deteriorate to the point whereby they've got to do something. I think there's 5 scales, A, B, C, D, E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if it's I think it's one of them is, I can't remember. There is a way that they calculate whether or not they're going to fix stuff. So we're just waiting to see. It's likely, I mean, we're still a couple of days off. It's Monday, so we've got Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday night we were hopefully going to get into Northampton. I don't know how that's looking really. But I'll give an update whenever I've got. Well, mind you, it's not going to matter to you, is it? Like, it could be 4 hours time for me, and it's less than 5 seconds for you. It's all right. Be fine, I'm sure. But I suppose if you have got a chimney, you might as well make some money out of it and turn it into a 5G tower. This is an interesting building. I suspect just looking at it, that it's not new, but it is impressive. Haven't actually looked on the map, but I know this is sort of like Leicester-ish. Leicester-ish. I should really look on the map, shouldn't I? And then of course there's going to be someone who's watching this who'll go, I know exactly where that is, and they'll pop it in the comments below. They'll say, you muppet, you should have looked on the Google Maps to know where you is. But bobbing along on waterways, sometimes I just don't care. I could be anywhere. But yeah, not a horrible building, really, as far as they go. Right, I'm going to take a nice wide run into this now. People of Leicester, please don't throw your wardrobe into the canal. That was the first bit I managed to get out with boat hook. And then this now, Madame Windlass, who's slightly thinner than me, is down getting the rest of it out. There's lots and lots of it. Thank you, people of Leicester. Your wardrobe is best placed in a wheelie bin. Well, got it all cleared into the bin, and we've actually managed to get up this lock without incident. Quite like the artwork. It'd be nice if Canal and River Trust spent some money on the maintenance of the canals as well, though. £1967. Wonder if they want any half crowns. That's the lock back there, where Charlotte ended up having to amuse someone who probably really shouldn't have been allowed out on his own. Exhibited some of those traits of volatility. On our way to Leicester city centre, we're going to moor up for lunch. Charlotte is now no longer going back for the car today because Mark, our new best friends, Mark and Lynn in the boat in front, have offered, because they're going back to, I'm not sure where, Nottingham I think they said, to collect Lynn's car. They very kindly offered to drop Charlotte at Newark, which is a bit further on from Nottingham. I suppose they know that, but it will save her dicking around with trains and stuff and whatever. So that'll be tomorrow. It's quite a nice little stretch. Haven't managed to pull any crap onto the prop. People of Leicester, don't put your shit in the canal. There's some air conditioning going on in there. And we're waiting still for an announcement from the Canal and River Trust about the big hole in Watford Lock. Well, next to the lock, where you stand to push the balance beam. Good job it didn't go when someone was stood on it. Onward! Oh, loving Leicester. I just, back there, picked something else up on the prop. No idea what it was, but it was one of those where it didn't matter where I wiggled the steering stick. I was heading straight for the fucking bit in the middle of that bridge. Oh, sod it. But yeah, I think I freed it, or freed most of it by the feel of it. Crikey. Right. I shall hopefully manage to make it into this lock. Oh God, that's nice. Paid for by Canal and River Trust. Be even nicer, wouldn't it, if they would pay to perhaps maintain the waterway a bit better. I mean, art's all very well and good, but it's boaters who pay through our licence to be able to navigate this, not just walkers and cyclists and fishy fiddlers. This is what someone else has fished out of their weed hatch. I thought I'd caught something back there, but it managed to free itself, so I don't know if I put that in the last clip, did I? But it freed it, it pulled itself off. It felt like it was actually attached to something under the water, and as I was going forward I felt it free itself. I wish all crap would do that. We're going to moor up in a bit. Charlotte's going to go shopping, can have some lunch, and then catch up with Mark and Lynn later on. I wonder if Canal and River Trust recognise the 2 lots of fly agarics on there. Again, how much have they spent on this? It's nice. Don't get me wrong, it's lovely, really is, and I do approve of the fly agarics, or the Amanita muscaria mushrooms, Amanita muscaria. But the question remains, why don't they try and maintain the waterways a bit better for the boaters? You can look at this. Luxury canal side apartments, look, and it's good. I know it's good, but we was in Brighouse once. We moored up next to Sainsbury's, and there was this big tall sort of apartment block. I just sat there enjoying the view, not much of a view, and suddenly a bin bag came out, plosh, straight down into the canal. Don't know where I was going with that story really, but anyway, Leicester, lovely. That up there is his new best friends, Mark and Lynn. Mark is helping Lynn get to learn the ropes, as it were. And don't do it, Martin, don't do it, really, seriously, don't do it. And we're probably going to head all the way down past Watford with them, which will be nice to double lock, because it's nicer in these wide locks for 2 boats. This is I wouldn't want to try getting a broad beam down here. I wouldn't want to bring Olin Water down here. I think it'd be a little bit challenging. Not been a bad day. I think where are we time wise? We're at 20 to 5. So again, you know, that's a fair day. 9 hours so far. Marley, be quiet, thank you. And what has been strange today, look at this, this is like the Chesterfield in place, isn't it? Definitely wouldn't get a broad beam down here, even though it's a broad canal waterway. Simon's just sent me a screen grab of an email sent out from Canal and River Trust, which I still haven't received. I am subscribed to it, saying that Watford is open. So yippee, fan-dabby fucking dozy. All of our fears about Canal River Trust being officious wankers again, have not been founded. So brilliant. We will be down to sea. Because we haven't seen our godson for a fucking year and a bit. Sick. Right, anyway, we're going to do that. The other observation about today, because I don't know if I'm going to do a whole lot more filming today, is we've only just started now. About 10 minutes ago, had a little bit of rain, but that, I think, that's left off now. So I've put my waterproof on for nothing. The other thing that I've noticed about today was the complete lack of fishy fiddlers. Apart from a few Eastern Europeans who fish for food, we've only passed 3 fishermen. One was the standard, sat there, arms crossed, face like a bulldog sucking on a piss-stained nettle, who just didn't even acknowledge me at all, not in the slightest. So I gave him the middle finger as I passed, and he still didn't even flinch, just didn't even flinch. And then 2 others, and this was amazing, just on their own, just sat there, and I didn't see one of them, and I come flying past him. As I saw him, I backed off on the engine. I said, "Oh Christ, sorry." He says, "Ah, don't worry." He says, "It's good to stir it up every now and then." He said, "Don't worry about it." And I thought, fuck me, do you know what? I don't know how to respond. I'm not used to that. I'm really not used to it. And so I just smiled and said, "Cheers." And the other one gave me a little cheery smile and a wave. I know. I was so shocked I could have bought a round. Anyway, so unlike the 68 wankers yesterday, who really were just miserable. Oh, for God's sake, just oh yeah. So today, the 2 nice fishermen, I know 2 versus 68, it's not much of a record to be proud of, but just it was nice to have. So that today we've had 66% of the fishermen have actually been nice, whereas yesterday 100% of them were arseholes. Good result. It's raining a bit more now. Oh well. Now, you'd normally expect Canal and River Trust to pop a notice out about a tree blocking the towpath and the canal. I haven't seen one. "10 hours later, we're at Wigston." I don't know where it is either. Kilby Bridge, Wigston. Filling up with water, and then we're going to moor just on the other side of the bridge. Pub over there called the Navigation. Not convinced it will have a very large range of craft beers, so probably going to give it a miss. I'm actually knackered. Tomorrow we're going to do Foxton. So actually, probably a little bit ahead of schedule, which is good. So we will get to Northampton. Hurrah! For now, hope you've enjoyed this particular episode of Stuff and Nonsense on the waterways, the Grand Union Canal. Whoa! Whatever you're doing, do it safely. Tune in for the next thrilling episode, and cheers.